Hello. Hello, it's Susan at Seaside Stitches and it's lovely to be back. Seems ages since I've made a video. It's towards the end of January now, 2021. It's been a strange time in the UK with another lockdown that started at the beginning of January. I'm just kind of giving you a quick update. This is just a very quick video, just to where I am now really. I have a video ready, almost ready, of a very chatty, very kind of more of a chat along than a sew along in a way. But I make a dress from start to finish. It's a purple dress. It's I'm gonna call a number I can't remember now. But anyway, I'm really pleased with it. It's gone together really well. Well, you'll see how well or not it went together. But in the meantime, I've had a bit of a break from doing garments. Excuse me, got an itchy nose. I'm just aware the postman is just going past, and it may look a bit strange looking in at my window with a bit of a lights and camera. And yes, as you can see from behind me, I've had a little bit of a rainbow fest. I've got quite addictively into just very basic quilting. Not done very well with this lockdown from the beginning. I don't want to go into why and what's happened, and I have had very few issues personally or our family. I've kind of got a global rage and distress and those kind of things, and I was trying to look at how can I just find something, well, distracting and beautiful and lively and vibrant. And we have a picture in the front room and it's just got a lot of these colours in it. I was trying to think how I could do something rather than a garment. I've got enough clothes, we're not going anywhere. And I'm a bit of a backlog of things I've already made that I can't go out in anyway, can't wear in it. I don't bother wearing the house. So it was just, let's carry on with the things I was going to do before. We've got a new suite which we don't like the colour of, but we like the suite. Our son has it. We knew it matched our requirements, but we knew the colour wouldn't really suit us, and the other colourways weren't any different, weren't any better really for us. So we're in the process of livening it up. Now it might seem a bit wacky, but we may be livening it up with one each of these on every headrest. So whoa. Will be a shock to anyone who ever does come. Anyway, my little journey of quilting started by when I wanted to make this door panel. We have a half glass door, and I just thought, I wonder if I could do something for that. And I've got a bit involved in watching Jordan Fabrics tutorials. Donna, good morning, I'm Donna at Jordan Fabrics. And she does some really exquisite tutorials, very, very simplistic in the way she explains everything, and I've found her quite easy to follow. But she wanted to, she was sharing with us a Hugs and Kisses pattern. Now I'm not familiar with, and obviously I'm familiar with a little cross at the end of what you write, that's a kiss, but I wasn't aware of a kiss and a circle is a hug. A cross and a circle is a kiss and a hug, and I don't know if that's more of a US thing. It's certainly not a hugely known thing here. May have become so with all emojis and things, but I adapted it slightly because the colours that I have a nautical theme in my sewing room, and the door next to the sewing room is the door to the kitchen, and it has a half glass door, and it means that if you're going down there, it's just, we have a kitchen like a caravan kitchen. It's a very tiny kitchen, and it very soon looks a mess. So even if you've just taken the breakfast pots in and someone happens to call and you take them to the back room, then you see all the mess that's just not been cleared up, and I thought, let's do something about that. So I'm in the middle of all these are still needing binding. So I've just been kind of chain quilting. I made this one and I made this one, I made this one. So this one is my first foray into quilting, and I'm really pleased with it. I'm going to go into more detail about the quilting side of things another time. This is just a way of hopefully brightening up your morning. We've had lots of rain here. It's just been so depressing and distressing, so I just thought let's liven things up. And on the back of this one I've got this lovely fabric. Well, I think it's lovely, this one. Our kitchen is kind of a minty green colours and a deepy bluey turquoisey colour, and I'd got only kind of half a yard of this a while ago, and I didn't know what to do with it, and I thought I could back the quilt with this, and there wasn't quite enough, so I had some more of this blue from this, and because it's a glass door you can see both sides of the quilt. On the others I've only just put some white polycotton sheeting, don't know if you can even see that, just some white polycotton sheeting. And on this, when it first started to go wrong because it went adrift, because I forgot it was just on a raft, isn't it, and it's all floating all over the place. So I cheated, I got a piece of some sheeting, and I just put a basic quilt through it, just stitched on the ditch just down and across on a couple of places to anchor it, and then I used the 505 spray, sprayed some of this on it to anchor it better, and then I quilted just parts of it through the backing. So that may make no sense to you at all, but it really doesn't matter because I'm really pleased with it. I'm pleased, it just livens things up, and it's follows on from a nautical and seaside thing, and that's me, Susan at the seaside. So I think that's all for now. I have got another like I say, I've got the video of me making the dress, but that's an hour and a half long, and obviously if you wanted to watch some of it you can whiz through to other bits, and then I've another video of me making the shawl cardigan that I made, that I shared in episode 6 I think. I made that again but with no sleeves and with a longer back, so I'm really pleased with that. It's like brightly coloured jadey green with pineapples on it. It looks mad, but I mean it's not really a surprise, is it? So that's me. I'm just being a bit bright and cheery while I can, and sharing with you. And I've just had an amazing journey on the quilting websites, on the quilting YouTube channels. I may put some of those in my description for this one, but I think I may just go through some of the quilts. There's no way I could teach anyone how to quilt. There's no way I would insult anyone with that pretense of having expertise when there is so much expertise out there. And as I've mentioned, Jordan Fabrics, there's also Missouri Star Quilting, which I didn't get at first. I was kind of not quite tuned into that kind of, well, hi there, and here's the, and yeah, but I love it. It's I just love how accomplished people are and how they share their skills and their commitment, and I know a lot of it is just it's to encourage people to quilt, and it's encourage people to use their fabrics, obviously, but they don't need to go to that level of detail just to capture that, just to sell you a product. It's I've just found it really brilliant, and the thing is though, because I've been doing that, I've not been catching up with the people I usually follow, like Michelle at Sewing Bunny and Andrea at Beyond the Pink Door, and the other people that I regularly look at what they're doing. But I'm not really into, this is my fabric haul and these are my intended makes, and I don't want to put any pressure on myself. I also don't have that level of budget that I could do that. But the thing I did with these, I spent £10.50 on 7. It was just a batch of polycotton. So they're just polycotton because I wanted to try it out. I didn't know whether I'd be able to do it or not. but I loved the colours. It was a batch of all these colours, just a half metre of each of these 7 colours, and they match, they go with that picture in the lounge, which is just a kind of dauby, abstracty thing from IKEA that we've had quite a long time. But the colours lift me. And I had just had immense fun just working out how to cut into 2.5-inch strips. So I got 49 strips, and then working out how I can use this and this, and it's just been real labour of love. And actually there is another one that is almost completed, which is a Lone Star, which I'm particularly proud of. But actually that wasn't as difficult as you would perhaps think. The way that Donna at Jordan Fabrics, the way she described it, she did a big one, obviously I wouldn't be tackling that, but this one is just a relatively small diamond, and it's come out really well. And when I'd done this one, I didn't really understand Teresa Down Under. That's another one that I used to follow a lot. Just watch and think, oh, is it that easy really? Because I'd only ever done a crumb quilt before, about this big, just trying to use up some scraps, and not really used it for anything. It's just there to add to make a block or something. But I didn't know about ironing this way and that way, and finger pressing first, and I've just learnt such a lot, so I'm quite exuberant about it. So this one, there's some bumps in it that I couldn't drive over when I was trying to stitch in the ditch, and it sent it all more wonky. But by the time I got to doing the star, I actually cut the star out first, and this square in the middle of here is made from the scraps from doing all the diagonal cutting. So that is made from the scraps of that, but the others, then I just went ahead and tried to place things where, lost my doorknob. I'm not a fan of having green and orange next to each other, so that was one of my tricky things. How to keep the green and orange so that they're not exactly next to each other. By the time I got to the end, I'm okay with it, ish. Anyway, I feel like I'm tucked up now, and I'm all cosy. So, thank you for watching. If you like what you see, then please give a thumbs up. It's always nice to receive a comment, and please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Oh, and the other thing I'm really kind of doing is to celebrate that I've got 102 subscribers. I know people get an award and they come on and say, well, I've got 100,000 subscribers. I've got 102, and I'm over the moon about it. So thank you if you subscribe already, or if you'd consider subscribing, that would be great. Thank you very much. I'll see you again soon.